What is up, guys? Today I'm going to go through a little bit of a rant on why PCA could legitimately win MVP this season. PCA, for those of you who may not know, Pete Crow-Armstrong, Chicago Cubs center fielder. He has been on an absolute tear this season. I was just at the game in Cincinnati last night. 2 home runs, including a grand slam to take the lead, including a double, 6 RBIs, outstanding game. It had never really crossed my mind that, all right, this kid's good, yeah. That I knew, but it never crossed my mind that he legitimately could have a shot at winning MVP this year if he stays on the pace that he's on, or kicks it up a notch even. I'm going to read out a few stats that I've found recently. Last 2 players, MLB history, last 2 players with 14 plus home runs and 14 plus stolen bases in their first 51 games. Pete Crow-Armstrong this year, Barry Bonds, 1992. Those are the last 2 players to do it. Nobody's done it in 33 years, I think. Quick math. But yeah, Barry Bonds won the MVP that year. And being on a list with Barry Bonds usually means you're doing something right. Another fun stat, PCA is the first player in modern MLB history to have 12 home runs, 11 doubles, 2 triples, and 14 stolen bases through their first 46 games of the season. So he's just hitting it all over the park. His speed is next level, so he's getting doubles and triples off of things that are usually singles and doubles. Another fun stat, he hit his 14th home run, and then after the game they asked him, how does that make you feel when you hear that you just hit your 14th home run, and you're top 5 in home runs this year? What do you think about? He just goes, nothing. I don't think about anything. I'm sorry for the bad response, but I don't think about anything. I'm like, okay. So he's dialed in. He doesn't care about right now. He cares about winning. He cares about performing the rest of the season as well, which is what you want to see from a young dog. I mean, this is his 3rd season, really his 2nd full season. First season, he only played 13 games. But his last 34 games, he has 9 doubles, 3 triples, 14 home runs. Absurd. 40 RBIs, 8 stolen bases. Nobody else has done all of those marks in any 34 game span since RBIs were invented, which 105 years. 1920 was when RBIs basically got invented. He's playing out of his mind. He's actually so good at baseball. Stats are backing it up so far. He's a true 5-tool player. I mean, if we're looking at stats, he's got it all. I mean, his fielding is off the chart. He's 100th percentile in range because he's so fast. His sprint speed's 97th percentile. But he's not just like fast and can't do anything else. His batting run value is 93rd percentile. His base running, 98th percentile. Fielding, 100th. Arm strength, 94th percentile. Arm value, 94th percentile. He's just doing it on all cylinders. When you think of 5-tool players, you think of okay, Ronald Acuna. People that can hit for average, hit for power. They're fast as you can imagine. They can throw the ball hard. They can field it well. And there's not a lot of guys that can do that. Corbin Carroll's been looking very good this year as well. I think he also has 14 home runs. But Corbin Carroll, Ronald Acuna, Shohei from time to time. But he also doesn't field, so are you really a 5-tool player if you're not playing the field? I know he usually pitches, but he hasn't pitched in a while. And when you're looking at MVP chances, all right, can he beat Shohei? Shohei's not playing the field this year. Shohei is playing very well. This season, he is hitting 300, 302. He's also got 11 stolen bases, 17 home runs with a 1.04 OPS. PCA is just a tick behind, batting 287 with a .908 OPS, but he's got 14 home runs, 14 stolen bases. So really the only thing, I guess, slowing PCA down right now is his batting average. And it's not like he's not getting hits. He is getting hits. but just maybe not at an MVP level clip. So if he starts taking his hits to the next level, it's just getting more hits, which he's been on a tear recently. But if he can take that to the next level, he has a legitimate shot at MVP. I will say, I am biased as a Cubs fan, but also another knock you could have on PCA is his plate discipline is not quite at the point you would want it to be, especially for an MVP. And realistically, he's in his third year. He's probably not going to win the MVP, but there's still a chance. It's only a third of the way through the season. He's got the most potential I've seen in any player recently. Just playing center field is a premium position, but also being able to hit the crap out of the ball. Going back to plate discipline, though, he does chase quite frequently. Walk percentage is not great. Strikeout percentage is not amazing. But he's getting it done. If you're a fantasy baseball player, he's fifth in all players for fantasy points, third in the NL behind only Kyle Tucker, teammate, and Shohei Ohtani. But again, I think the same way Shohei got kind of a severe boost when he was pitching, because like you're pitching and you're hitting at great levels, MVP. He's also not playing the field this year, so I think he might take a hit for that in the voting. Granted, he did win it last year, but still, something to think about. Additionally, being the 5-tool player that he is, PCA has racked up a ton of WAR. He's got 3.3 WAR, which is very good through a third of the season. Most of the time, the top player each season is sitting around 10. That's the best of the best in the MLB. Aaron Judge had 10.8 last year. Shohei had 10 in 2023. Aaron Judge is the only one ahead of him this year in WAR with 4. PCA has 3.3. So he's on pace for 10 by the end of the season, which would put him 1 or 2 if he keeps playing at this rate. WAR is pretty important because it's a pretty well-encompassing stat for players. I think other than 2 players in the past 8 to 10 years, all of them are in top 5, top 10 for WAR. Aaron Judge won MVP last year. He was number 1 for WAR. Shohei in 2023, number 1 in WAR, MVP. Aaron Judge, 2022, number 1 in WAR, MVP. Shohei 2021, number 1 MVP. You guessed it. That trend just kind of keeps going, especially these past few years with the dominance of Judge and Ohtani. But I mean, if anybody's going to do it, some young kid, why not PCA? The kid's been playing out of his mind. If you get a chance, go look at some of his highlights offensively and defensively. You'll see a little bit of the hype that I've been seeing. Yeah, I mean, what's not to love? He's on the base path. He's just one of my favorite players to watch. He's always looking for an extra bag, stealing bases with ease, making outrageous plays in the outfield, hitting the crap out of the ball. You saw at the beginning the grand slam to take the lead against Cincy, so he's got clutch too, which goes a long way. And even if he's not MVP frontrunner, he doesn't win it this year, he's got a shot to do it multiple times in the future of his career. I mean, also just, again, biased, but being on the Cubs this year with this squad, you got veterans like Justin Turner, Kyle Tucker, Ian Happ. Guys like that can take a young third-year, second full-year player, and just those little tips and tricks that they're going to be giving him, all the advice, it's going to do so much for the future of his career. Ian Happ's one of the best plate discipline people in major leagues. If he's not swinging on a third strike, it's probably not a strike. he very rarely gets rung up looking. So something like that for PCA, who really right now his only default like thing he's struggling with is play discipline. He's going to pick up a lot of that from Ian Happ. So I'm looking forward to see what the rest of his career has to bring. Watch him as much as you can. Take it in because he's only in his second full year, and he's doing outrageous, amazing things. There's not much else you can say. But he has a realistic chance of winning MVP if he keeps this up and gets the batting average up as well. He's going to be top 3 in votes, I think. So stay tuned. Let me know what you think. Shohei might be winning MVP again. That's okay. But all that matters is that this kid keeps playing well. And for me, that the Cubs do well. Cubs make the playoffs. Cubs go on a run. Another World Series would be nice. We'll see. But thank you guys for tuning in. That is why PCA has a legitimate shot at winning MVP. Peace out.